Hey guys, it's MKBHD and welcome back to another HD video. Now, if I've ever gotten close to doing a retro review video, this is probably the closest I've ever gotten to doing one. And if this video does get 800 likes, I'll actually be giving one away. You're looking at the review of the phone that started it all, the revolutionary device, the one that Android fans like me really identified themselves by when Android first gained that identity. And that's the original Motorola Droid. You can watch my original review by clicking the Cheerios. And again, like I said, if you like the video, an unlocked Motorola Droid will be given away. So giveaway details are always on Twitter. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and take it the granddaddy of all devices that I think are making their way up on the Verizon platform right now. Let's go ahead and check out the original Motorola Droid. If you've been an MKBHD viewer for long enough, you've watched my original Motorola Droid review 2 years ago, back at the end of 2009. And this was the biggest, baddest new Android phone out there, and if you didn't already know, this has been my on-contract phone ever since then. I take really good care of my gadgets, and my phone is no exception, so while this does look beat up, keep in mind this is 2 years of usage that's gone into this device. That being said, one of the best parts of the Droid is that it is all metal. This phone has been dropped, opened, and closed hundreds of times, slid across surfaces, and, had more than its share of beating up, and it's more than held itself together without a single replacement. Battery life, as we can expect, has degraded slightly, but that's not stopping me from getting a full day of use out of it. You'll see a bit of my secret for battery life at the end of this video, but overall, it hasn't been the least bit disappointing to a person who uses their phone really often like I do. And as you know, the Droid is a slider. I've been holding out for the Nexus Prime, which won't have a keyboard, but I occasionally use the crap out of this keyboard for long messages and emails and stuff, and as you can see, I'm pretty good with it too. This keyboard started off really flat, and 2 years later, it feels even flatter, just like a touchscreen. I'm sure OG Droid users are definitely ready to make their transaction with me to an all touchscreen phone. And again, that should probably be the Nexus Prime. But overall, everything else about the Droid is still its fat grandpa self. It has that rugged, rubberized feel in the hand and feels good no matter really what orientation you use it in. Now, I promised to show you the software mods I'm using to make this my daily driver, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. First of all, I'm using a custom ROM, and this is the Simply Stunning Gingerbread ROM, and it's running on an ultra-low voltage 1.25 GHz kernel. Yes, that's 1.25 GHz on its single core. I use an app called SetCPU to manage that, keep the timings just right, and when the Droid screen is off, it actually underclocks way down to just 125 MHz, saving a ton of battery life. And another question I get about the Droid a lot is it slow? Well, not at 1.25 GHz, it's not, but I'm using a home screen replacement called Launcher Pro Plus, and as I'm about to show you here, this ROM is based off of the latest version of Android 2.3.4, so this phone is actually liquid fast. So here's the ROM info and the OS version and everything, and you can see it flies through the menus as you'd expect from a 1.25 GHz processor speed. The one reason it still feels like an OG Droid is the RAM. It doesn't have nearly as much RAM as the other zippy phones out there, so apps don't stay loaded in memory as long. And now don't get me wrong, some apps still are quick to open, but as you can see here, typically it's up to the processor to do the work. And just like the rest of my desk setup and office setup here in my dorm room, I have relatively minimalist style, so I keep the applications I use and need, and only the applications I use and need. No extra parts in this machine. This is how you keep a phone running smooth and fast for a long, long time. So there you have it. It's been 2 years with the Motorola Droid, and you've just finished watching my first retro review video. Leave a thumbs up for a chance to win, and let me know, what do you think of my Droid setup? Either way, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. MKBHD, signing out. Peace.